Hi everyone, this is Tamara Sylvester with AwarenessSpeaks.com, and today is the 3rd of April 2020. I am going to give an update on the energy that we are experiencing at this time. I'm going to first start out with the impact that it may be having on the coronavirus. Okay, I don't want everyone to take this literal, but a lot of times you can see events take place when you look at astrology. So as I look at the chart and we see the shift and the expansion of this coronavirus, I can't but help think that it is due to this Pluto and Jupiter that are conjunct in the sign of Capricorn. This Capricorn energy has been going on since 2008, but became more prominent toward the end of December and into January. And if you've watched my other videos, I discuss the eclipse in more detail and how this energy may have pushed this coronavirus into a spiral. Now, the two energies that are sitting right next to each other in the same degree are Pluto and Jupiter. Pluto is the planet of transformation, death, rebirth, power, and it also, along with the planet Neptune, rules the immune system and our health. Sitting at the same degree is Jupiter at 24 degrees Capricorn. Jupiter expands everything it touches. Normally, it's about the planet of good luck, expansion of business or personal motivations. It's spirituality, philosophy, foreign travel, foreign language. But in this instant, because it also rules foreign travel and expansion, I feel, and I think other astrologers, or I know other astrologers, believe that this energy, this Jupiter and Pluto that have come conjunct with each other within the last weeks, is what is really perpetuating this virus and spreading it. Jupiter is a global energy. It's foreign lands. It has no borders. So I feel that this energy is what is going to push it. Also, let me quick discuss this for a second. In the US, every country has a natal chart just like an individual does. So when a country is born, there is a natal chart. In the US, it was born on the 4th of July, 1776. At that time, Pluto was in Capricorn, just like it is today, at 27 degrees. In astrology, whenever a planet comes back to where it was in your natal chart, there's usually a major shift, an event that takes place. Now, this is a global epidemic, but I feel the US is going to see more deaths than any other country, including China, which I feel, or I think it's already surpassed. And I feel over the next weeks, it is even going to expand more because this energy is going to be conjunct strong for the next 3 weeks. And then Jupiter will gradually go past Pluto, but it will still be very close together. So I feel we are going to be in major isolation, at least till the end of April. Now, this is just my opinion. So don't take this literal. This is just my opinion. And then we may go in to May as well. It may not be as strict, but if this Jupiter does take off, I could see us until the end of May. But I am hoping, especially in Europe, that by the beginning of May, maybe the second week of May, this will begin to subside a little bit. In the US, it may begin to peak within 3 weeks. So let's just hope that this other energy, Saturn and Mars, which is in Aquarius and still conjunct to this Pluto and Jupiter, will help with the science and coming up with some kind of major testing that can be done, because the Aquarius energy is all about science and technology. It's also about community, the collective, friendships, and one-on-one friendships. I'm not quite sure if I said that. Because it rules our social aspect, it also has to do with social media. But the technology and science is what I am hoping will take place with this Saturn and Mars energy. Now, the planet Uranus is in Taurus right now. This Uranus goes along with the energy of Aquarius. It's its ruler. So it is making what we call a square in astrology. It is square Saturn and Mars in Aquarius right now. Uranus is the awakener. So I feel like we are even being awakened during this period, the collective consciousness. What I am hoping within a month or so, as Mars begins to move back past Saturn, because Saturn is all about limitation. So Mars is all about movement, and they're sitting very close to each other in the sign of Aquarius. Mars is all about movement, but Saturn is about limitation and structure and discipline. It builds on something, but it builds slowly. I'm hoping once this Mars moves past Saturn, which moves quickly, and it becomes square with Uranus, that they get something out of the blue, that they come up with a solution, at least with testing and with the masses and with the community. And by the end of April, beginning of May, they will have some major testing. This may also help, since it rules science as well. Hopefully they can begin to come up with some kind of vaccine as well. Now, I don't think that'll come into play right away, but this Saturn in Aquarius is there for 2.5 years. It's going to go retrograde back into Capricorn, but it's in the beginning stages of Aquarius. So let's hope this energy will be amplified, because it is still touching this Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn, because it is in the beginning degrees of Aquarius. Now, this Pluto and Jupiter also, which I feel, which is expanding and helping this growth, is because Mars is also conjunct. It's beginning to move away, but it's still conjunct Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn, which Mars together with Jupiter could be really moving, because Mars again is about movement, and Jupiter, one of its energies is about expansion. So it could be moving this virus, since it's sitting so close to Pluto, which rules the immune system and our health. And this Pluto and Jupiter is also trine Neptune and Mercury, which is the communicator, and Neptune is also the ruler of our health as well. It rules the 12th house with Pisces, isolation, hospital, mental institutions. That's just some of it, and the unconscious. So I'm hoping that all of this energy is working together, and at some point, once this Jupiter moves past this Pluto and past Neptune, we will see the energy subside. So I feel between this Neptune, Pluto, and Jupiter energy, as well as Mars, is what is expanding this virus. So let's all put our hands together and hope that we see something, a turn with this Uranus energy. And they use this science and this Uranus in Taurus square Mars in Aquarius, which is coming closer and closer within a few weeks from now, that they can come up with some testing. Now, on a personal level, let me tell you how this energy can work. Although it's spreading this virus, or maybe, of course, we can't tell for sure. So I don't want people, to take this verbatim, but watching and how all of this energy with the eclipse, and if you know astrology, you see that it is almost so precise, like a science. But for an individual perspective, you can use this energy right now to expand your business, your entrepreneurial energy, because Pluto is all about death and rebirth, and Jupiter is all about expansion. So you can come up with some new ideas, a rebirth of your own business, because this energy is in Capricorn, which rules the business area, which rules the economy, which rules, again, now, if we go back to what I was talking about with the major energy, the collective energy, it rules the economy as well, finance. So this is why we could be seeing a downfall as well with the economy. But it also, let me get back to the individuals. It also rules change and transformation in the work area, because the Capricorn rules the business sector in astrology, our work energy. And it is making a trine with this Neptune and Mercury in Pisces, which could help you to tap into some inspiration, along with Jupiter, which is very inspirational. So some people could be even feeling very good if it wasn't for this virus. They would be feeling kind of uplifted and want to move. This energy wants to, especially with Mars, wants to make you move. So you can do this on a personal level and tap into the Saturn and Mars in the technology energy and the social media energy and start to push your own business. And this is where, personally, the energy can be transformed, and you can tap into your intuition and creative energy with Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. So that's a very intuitive energy and a very creative energy. So that is how you can use this energy to your benefit. And then we're going to have Venus. It's coming very close, going to make a trine with the Saturn and Mars in Aquarius. So Venus is coming very close. It's getting ready to leave Taurus and go into Gemini. So it's a very mental energy. So with the Saturn and Mars in Aquarius, which is also a very kind of detached and mental energy, you can begin to use the creativity of the Neptune and Mercury in Pisces, the earthy energy of Capricorn with Pluto and Jupiter there. That's the expansive and the transformational energy. Right now, the moon is in Leo, and it is trining the sun in Aries, so that's the fire. So we have a lot of balancing energy right now. So it's a great time to begin your own stuff. At a global level, I'm going to go back and talk about this Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn, trining this Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. What I am also seeing, which I forgot to talk about when I was talking about how this is impacting the coronavirus, people also are concerned about all of the deaths that are taking place. Whenever you have Pluto involved, which is all about death and rebirth, for the most part, Pluto is a death and rebirth of our own self, like an old way of being, and can transform something that we're doing, a way of being, or a new way of presenting yourself, or something you're working on. To me, because of this virus and it's coming in contact with Neptune and Mercury, which is the Pisces energy, and it rules the 12th house, I feel the 12th house is also about endings. It's the last house in astrology. It's our health and our immune. It rules hospitals, mental institutions, isolation. I feel this Pluto and Jupiter energy. Jupiter, remember, is all about expansion. Everything it touches. It's next to Pluto, making a trine with Neptune. I think it is increasing the deaths as well as the sickness. Since we have Saturn and Mars next to that, and Saturn also represents karma, I feel like if someone passes away, this is my interpretation, I don't believe that there are mistakes in life. If you are not meant to go, you will not go. No matter if you're young, middle-aged, or older. When you begin to understand the universe and how it works and have some acceptance of life and know that you don't have control, because Pluto is all about control as well. It's about power. When you begin to see that you have no power over your destiny, that is when some acceptance comes into play. So this Pluto and Jupiter is also because Capricorn rules our economy, our political system, our governments and large institutions, as well as power. It is breaking that down as well. If you watched my other video, I'll touch on that right now. So that is why we are having a collapse in our economy as well. And since Jupiter is there and Jupiter rules foreign countries, this is why I believe all of this energy is global. And we are seeing a downfall of our economy, which Capricorn and Saturn represent along with the 10th house. So what we are experiencing right now is we are being put in isolation, which is some of that Neptune energy, a waking up with this Uranus starting to square Saturn and Mars in Aquarius, which means the community, means groups, and with Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn, foreign, death and rebirth, and the immune system and health. I feel like all of these energies are working together and is creating a major shift. We will never see this again in our life. Take this as an opportunity to go in, to make some changes with yourself personally, as well as whatever you're working on creatively or at home or with your career. This is an opportunity as well. We're getting some awakening energy here. The environment as well is getting a renewal. We're seeing a rebirth. So this Pluto energy is death and rebirth, and it's in the sign of Capricorn. Trining Venus in Taurus. Those are earthy energies. Uranus is in Taurus as well, another earthy energy. There is a shift taking place, giving our environment some breathing room to come back to life. While we stay inside, we're letting the outside come back and be reborn as well. Just like we have disasters, natural disasters, like the fires that just took place in Australia, and they wiped out a major area, and floods sometimes, and hurricanes. They do that. They're natural disasters to get rid of energy, so some newness come in. I feel like as difficult as it is, all the births that, or the deaths that we're experiencing, this is life as well. Being reborn in some way, making room for new things to bloom. And for those of you who have experienced someone who has passed, I am sorry for your loss. Just if you begin to understand, if you have any type of spirituality, no, the more you accept life and the universe or God energy, that there are no accidents, then you can accept death. Doesn't mean you have to, you're not going to mourn it, but maybe it will help you to accept what is going on in the world today. So my objective here was to bring clarity, some insight to those of you who are looking for it at this time. Again, my name is Tamara Sylvestre. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can check out my website at awarenesspeaks.com or send me a friend request at Tamara Sylvestre on Facebook, or I'm on Instagram and Twitter as well. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Remember to keep your distance and stay indoors as much as you can. This too shall pass. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.